Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Before I get into the point of this video, just gonna do what I usually do here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, saying what's up, how's it going. I bought some sinking pellets, but I don't think my fish know what pellets are, so this is gonna be an interesting. They're just some mysis shrimp kind of fish, you know. Anyways, thank you, everybody, for tuning in for another video. This is just the reality, right? The reality of fish tanks. I didn't take any time before I made this video to try to clean it up. I've got salt creep all over. I'll throw this back on. I gotta just do a good cleaning. But as you guys can tell, I got some creepage going on here. But I'll clean this all up. A couple things I wanted to cover in this video was one, in the last video, I did talk about getting a new sump from Waterbox. That did arrive, and it did arrive cracked. So I'll get into that in a minute. There is a silver lining, so this isn't a complete downer, but it does suck. And then I was going to go over my sump, which is also a complete disaster. Let's go ahead and jump right into the sump update. I've been rocking the Kessel at 100% and whites for, I don't know now. It's been almost 3 weeks plus 24/7. Just pure Kessel lighting. I'm gonna go ahead and take the power off of this ATO real quick. The beeping's gonna kill my video here. But let's just go over the sump. I still have the chocolate starfish, the red one, and if you guys can tell, there's some cyano growing in the sump. The rocks themselves, massive green algae. Sump is just the algae factory right now. So I am going to have to clean up some of this red algae. I got green algae. But it just does go to show you that the uglier my sump is getting, the nicer my tank is feeling. I haven't done a water change in quite some time, though. So I definitely need to get on a water change schedule again. So because I do have corals, I am more worried about the nutrient levels, but the frog spawn here seems to be looking good. The little Lords acans be looking good. This torch, the Galaxia. The torch up there isn't as extended as it used to be. Neither is that frog spawn. I'm curious if that has something to do with low magnesium. Probably all the calcium is getting sucked up by everything. So I am going to have to start figuring out this alpha reef. I still have not touched it. So we're going to figure out how this goes. And then back to the sump. I had to stop the skimmer. It's getting ugly. If I go ahead of it, you can kind of tell the floss that I threw back here getting covered in tons of algae. But I don't have any algae in the display. So this is definitely turning into a algae scrubber sump. And I'm not even mad at it. I'm not really that mad at it. I just want to make sure that the cyano that's right here doesn't make it further up. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. So last week I told you guys, or 2 weeks ago maybe at this point, I hit up Waterbox on Instagram. And I said, hey, I'd be looking to upgrade to the 60 or Marine X 60.2 sump. This is the non-X version. Well, they did ship it to me, and it arrived yesterday. But let's. This is how it arrived. So a little annoyed, but it's getting sorted really quickly. So first off, shout out to Waterbox for just responding to claims and everything really fast. They are sending me out a brand new one. It arrived 2 days ago. So it arrived, today is Friday. It arrived on Wednesday. I unboxed it Thursday to find out that something must have happened and it cracked and then just spidered everywhere. But this is the Marine X 60.2 sump. It shipped, this tank was in this box right here, which is the exact dimensions of this sump, but then that box was put into this box. And inside of there is maybe 5.5 feet of big bubbles. So that was going to fill the gap, as you guys can tell. So obviously I sent a bunch of pictures over. They kind of apologized for just how that is. And then before I was even done with the claim, I already had a label for an updated sump. So now I have this. Kind of sucks. I was talking to my buddy. He said there's potential that I can just cut out the bottom panel, go somewhere, get a new bottom panel, and then just seal it in. And then I actually didn't quite lose out on this deal. Again, it was like $200 for a sump, and I'm gonna get a new one. It just does suck that this legit is cracked. But if anybody have other ideas, I don't really know what to do with this. I don't want to toss it, obviously, because it's a nice sump. And I think it is actually probably possible, probably like $50-$60 to get a bottom pane recut to the dimensions, and then it's literally probably just resealing it really well, you know. And I gotta trust that that's how silicone works, you know. But it did come with a sock silencer, obviously, for that, and then it did come with their water box 4-inch 225 micron this. So if they send me another one, I'll probably have 2 sets of those. If they just send me a whole sump deal, which is, you know, not a bad gig. And then they also sent me one of these. This was also in the sump, which is great. This isn't a real RFG though, unless it's broken in there, which actually maybe that's what happened, or maybe they just made their own design. I don't know. Either way, I was going to try to use this, but my Y adapter back there, when you unscrew that, it's actually a female into a male, and this is a straight up just male. So probably won't work unless I find another adapter or something, but I don't know. Cool to have the lock line now, and cool to have some other stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But just kind of sucks about the whole sump situation. If you guys do have other ideas of what could be done to fix this bottom panel, if that's the only one, if that's probably something that won't work, let me know in the comments. But overall goal though was to just do a direct swap from this sump to this sump, which would put a filter sock in the sump, a better flow area, because this actually will go over here under, and then I've got to return. I still have an ATO section, and then this. And then, to be honest, what I really wanted to do was take out all of the baffles on the inside of this sump and then make this like a macroalgae display, and then put that over here with the Kessel and just fill it with just dragon's breath and a whole bunch of other stuff, and then just, you know, plumb it right back into this sump. And then that way I could keep my display, have a macroalgae situation going over there, and then eventually buy myself like a nice skimmer, and then I can have a skimmer, macroalgae, and a nice display tank, you know. And that's just the dream here. But what was that? Nothing, don't worry about it. All right, cool. So yeah, that's a quick little update on my tank. Just really sucks about this sump. Luckily, I got a new one coming. Hopefully, this one doesn't take like a week and a half to arrive, but it might. They ship at FedEx. Everything else seems to be doing well. You know, these clowns are really making it. This Duncan is just growing, I don't know how many heads. There's actually a tiny one in the middle there. So this is definitely growing. I moved the neon splatter down to here. It started to really lose its neon, and now it's just more clear. But everything else is doing well. This toadstool is just not growing. I don't get it. You would think this thing would be massive. Maybe it needs to be higher. I don't know. But I bought the rock early on, like 3-4 months ago, with this pair on it, and so I've just kept them there. But I would figure the toadstool would grow. But yeah, you know, hopefully things get better. Here, that might look a little better for you. There you go. There you guys. That's a lot better. Pink tip, frog spawn doing happy there. The Acons doing Acons. The Lords are doing well. Like I said, this Galaxia is, you know, it's growing in. It's growing in. Where that snail is actually a mushroom, but it's just getting knocked around because it's on a rock. The Zoas are doing well. All of the anemones are doing well. Yeah, you know, I mean, the tank's still thriving. I just got to clean it. I'm probably going to do that after the video. Clean that up. Don't know about this sump, though, but I'm happy that it's just algae-ridden right now, because the algae down here is not in the algae up there, so doing well there. But I'm probably going to have to do a massive clean of this area before I swap the sumps over. And then overall, we just keep on trucking, you know? So yeah, that's a little update here for you guys. Just a little crappy about the sump, but the tank's still doing well. Everything else is still good, but yeah. How you guys doing? Let me know how your tanks are doing. Thanks for everybody who's liked and subscribed and everything. I really appreciate that. And as soon as I get this new sump set up, I will obviously be making a video of how I handle all this. I need to cord manage and figure everything else out too. So plenty of videos to come. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.